Okay, here's my comment. I'm going to do it on video because, frankly, all these comments and everybody talking about this doesn't solve the problem, folks. We're not going to change anything solving the problem because one, Trump is in his final 4 years. He doesn't give a damn. He's there unless somehow you can recall him and kick him out. Now, short of recalling and kicking him out, the only solution we have of blocking him is not the judicial system, not people in the executive system who he's throwing out of the executive offices, but Congress. Congress singularly is the most important of the three bodies because it represents the people. Now, the people need to control Congress. That's the problem, instead of the other way around. Just a few people controlling Congress. Okay? So what we need to hear from on these programs like yours is, how do these programs affect people? Like, I'm already getting cuts in my insurance. So corporations, I'm a senior citizen. I live on Social Security and a very small pension plan. So I'm one of those living under around $35,000 a year. Now, here's the dilemma. We need the Bulwark, Midas Network, Pod Save America, Brian Cole and Tyler, and any of the other major influencers, to all come together and meet together in a room and come up with what we call Let's Save Democracy strategy. And all of you come together and then find a way to get people like me, average citizens out here being impacted, worrying about whether I'm going to have Social Security. If they took Social Security tomorrow, or if it was disrupted, I'd be kicked out of my apartment. Okay, so I'm 78 years old, they're put on the street. Or actually, I'd probably be living with my kids or my granddaughters or somebody. But that's what's happening to us in America. That's how, you've created this uncertainty in our life, just screwing around. You're not worried about it. You are, but Trump's not worried about it. None of the people who are in the oligarchy hierarchy or the deep state are worrying about it. They have money. Okay? The vast majority of us out here, the biggest part of America, like you put 90 million people that didn't vote for Trump, 74 million that voted for Kamala Harris, add those together, that's about 160-some million people out of the 240 million registered voters who did not vote for Trump. He does not have a mandate from us. And frankly, I think if we got podcasters, like I have a little podcast out of, I'm not going to say where, but I have a podcast in a small community. It's in a red state. And I could probably get people to come on and talk to me about how these things are affecting them. Even people that might be considered MAGA people. Friends of mine who, by the way, I love very much, and they would give me the shirt off their back. They just never voted Democrat in their whole life. But they're beginning to probably think maybe this isn't the best thing in the world. And so if we could get them to come on and talk about exactly how these things that Trump are doing make them feel, cause them the disruption in their lives, maybe we could convince everybody to start getting together and talking to the representatives saying, look, I'm a conservative. I'll always be a conservative. But if you don't kick that asshole out of office, if you don't stop him from doing what he's doing, then I am going to ask you to be recalled. And we will join together, not as Democrats, not as Republicans, but as Americans against tyranny, the oligarchy tyranny. That's how we're going to come together. And we're going to ask to recall you out of the Senate or out of the House And we're going to also do that for state government if you guys don't get your shit together and start doing things that help Americans, or at least don't do things that disrupt our lives. Okay? So, if Bulwark got together with Midas Touch, with Pod Save America, with Brian Tyler Cohen, I think it is, and others, okay, you literally would have the largest network in the world of information. And you can provide people somehow, just like I'm doing here with you now, somehow telling people, this is affecting my life. You need to cut this shit out, okay? You, congressman, you need to help us figure this out and stop this. I didn't put you up there. Now, I would like things to be a little more conservative, or I'd like things to be a little more liberal. But frankly, right there in the middle, just keep it there and keep it calm, and I can live, okay? But if I have to worry about whether my Social Security's on the line, if I have to worry about my health care every day at 78, Denmark sounds good to me. So here's the deal, folks. We need to come together. We need to stop thinking Democrat, Republican, MAGA, militia. In fact, the militia would be a good idea if they could, in fact, supplement the law enforcement in the state, become an auxiliary for the law enforcement of the state. But you have to get over the idea that, we're not going to be an all-white society. There's no way that's ever going to happen. But we can kind of figure out the things that we can agree on together and begin to help each other. Like, yeah, it's nice if we had safe environments. Yeah, it's nice if we have people who will take care of us if we have a medical incident. Yeah, it's nice if we all get together and fight fires like grass fires in Oklahoma, or forest fires in California, or floods in the Midwestern part of the United States, or central United States, or hurricanes in the southern parts of the United States. We can all come together. We know that stuff's important to us when it happens to us. Okay? So, here's the deal, all of you influencers out there. No, we're not with you if we're on chat, because that's asynchronous. Asynchronous communication means, frankly, maybe I'll see it, maybe I won't, or maybe I'll read it 4 days after you say it. We need people coming on air and talking about, hey, look, companies who handle my supplement on my health care are beginning to decide it's okay to cut back on benefits to me. And I don't have any power unless we come together as a whole group to tell you, if you do that, we're going to just get rid of your ass, okay? This is what we have to do. There are more of us than there are oligarchs. And if we can unite, we can, in fact, if we can get past Democrat, Republican, demographics and all of that stuff, those things, the things that hurt all of us, whether you're black or white or Chinese or Latino or how you think you want to love this person or that. But if we can just kind of put all that stuff aside, because everything that Trump and his oligarch and his group of people trying to destroy democracy are doing impact every one of those groups equally. They don't care. They don't care about those groups. They may be using DEI. It's sure as hell not to help these others, because the things they're eliminating while they're doing that are impacting everybody that would be in that DEI group too. Not just the DEI group, everybody. So that's how I feel. I think we need to figure out how to get that message out to the rest of America. And in fact, like I said, if you guys organized and we were able to get people coming on talking about how we feel about this, then there's a real opportunity that maybe we could help take the pressure off of people. So people on Social Security wouldn't be worrying about, oh man, am I going to have to worry about making my rent every month based on whatever Elon Musk or Donald Trump or Zuckerberg or Bezos or any of the other people who don't have more money than they could spend in their lifetime or their family could spend after them in their lifetime. I'm thinking, wow, just what they lose on these stupid ass deals could feed all the kids in schools and public schools, could feed them lunch every day. Wouldn't you want to why don't you want to spend your money on that? Why wouldn't you think of those kinds of things that could make people's lives great? If you want to be a philanthropist, you're probably wanting some sort of legacy. That's the legacy you want, folks, not whether you shot a rocket up into space, not whether you built a great big corporation. They come and go. Kids I talk to today don't remember what Sears was like. Sears was one of those big companies like Amazon in its day. Yeah, people don't even remember it now. So there you go. That's all I'm going to say in this comment. Come together, you guys. All of you get together. Put some force behind what you got so you can come out and somehow get videos of people actually telling you what's going on with their lives based in all parts of the community, all parts of the segment. Forget about Democrats, MAGA, all of that stuff. Don't bring politicians on. Don't bring people who are in the limelight day in and day out. Nobody's listening to them. They might be listening to people like us if you started putting this kind of information on the air. Thanks a lot.